What if one night could shatter a marriage, ruin a career, and send shockwaves through Hollywood and the music world all at once? That's exactly what happened when a secret night between Keith Urban and rising star Maggie Baugh allegedly came to light, leaving Nicole Kidman stunned. Fans outraged and social media exploding like never before. How could a private rendezvous become public chaos overnight? Who leaked the video? And was it really what it seemed, or a meticulously planned scandal designed to destroy 3 lives? Tonight, we're diving deep into the murky underworld of Hollywood glitz, power, and betrayal. The whispers behind closed doors are louder than ever, insiders are talking, and every new leak only raises more questions. Was this just a fleeting mistake, or the ultimate setup? And as the world watches, the lines between truth, rumor, and outright manipulation blur into one explosive story you won't believe. Grab your popcorn, because what you're about to see will make you question everything you thought you knew about fame, trust, and the dark side of celebrity life. The story begins with Keith Urban, the beloved country superstar, known for his soulful voice, electrifying guitar riffs, and picture-perfect Hollywood marriage. Or so everyone thought. Behind the red carpets and sold-out arenas, a different story was quietly unfolding, one that no publicist could spin and no PR team could bury. Enter Maggie Baugh, the rising pop sensation who's been making waves with her catchy hooks and a fanbase that's only grown since she went viral on TikTok. On the surface, she's young, talented, and ambitious, but in the shadows, the whispers suggest a night that would ignite one of the most controversial scandals Hollywood has seen in years. Sources close to the couple, anonymous, naturally claimed the night in question was not just a fleeting encounter, but a calculated collision of opportunity and desire. They were spotted in a private villa in Malibu, away from cameras, away from anyone who could judge, one so-called insider revealed. Keith thought no one would ever know. Maggie thought it was her big break. And then, suddenly, the world knew. It's exactly the type of situation that sounds too cinematic to be true, but in Hollywood, truth often outshines fiction in sheer drama. This is not Keith Urban's first brush with controversy, either. Recall the mysterious late-night rumors after award shows, cryptic social media posts, and sudden trips that coincided with Nicole Kidman being out of town. Fans had started connecting the dots long before this alleged scandal, creating a pattern that, in hindsight, seems almost impossible to ignore. And Maggie? She's no stranger to tabloid headlines herself. Only last year, she was linked to a series of industry power players, earning both notoriety and admiration for her bold ambition. Put them together, and what you get is a perfect storm waiting to erupt. But how did the story explode? That's where the drama truly begins. Social media lit up like wildfire the moment snippets of a private night allegedly between Keith and Maggie surfaced online. Twitter timelines flooded with clips, Instagram stories, and reaction videos dissecting every frame. Fans were stunned. Critics were ruthless. And Nicole? She went from Hollywood icon to heartbroken widow overnight, retreating from public appearances and, according to sources, questioning every choice she'd ever made. It's the kind of public humiliation that can break even the strongest. Personas, and Nicole's poise in public only made the whispers grow louder. What makes this scandal uniquely explosive is the sheer volume of leaks and supposed insider information. Screenshots of text messages, snippets of emails, and alleged security footage were suddenly everywhere. One anonymous industry insider even claimed this wasn't just a night, they were planning something. Keith has always had a type, and Maggie fit the bill. But someone wanted the story out there, and timing was everything. Suddenly, the scandal shifted from mere gossip to a full-blown conspiracy theory, with fans debating whether the leak was intentional sabotage, a PR stunt gone wrong, or simply the tragic fallout of personal mistakes. Public reaction has been split down the middle. On one side, die-hard Keith fans refused to believe he would betray Nicole, pointing to years of public displays of affection and countless interviews professing marital bliss. On the other, social media users eagerly pile on, crafting memes, reaction videos, and hashtag movements like hashtag Keith cheated and hashtag Maggie drama, effectively turning a personal scandal into a global spectator sport. Maggie's own followers have been vocal as well, defending her as a young artist who may have been manipulated, misrepresented, or outright set up. The lines between victim, villain, and bystander blur with every viral clip, every trending hashtag, and every late-night rumor shared across platforms. Even Hollywood insiders are weighing in. According to a leaked report from a so-called trusted studio source, the night included lavish accommodations, high-end dining, and interactions that suggest calculated intimacy rather than a casual meetup. The report goes on to speculate that certain members of Keith's management team may have been aware of the encounter and failed to intervene, or worse, may have enabled it to serve their own agendas. Whether that's true or not, the insinuation is enough to stoke fires across tabloids and fan communities alike. And let's not forget the psychological toll. Nicole reportedly confronted close friends and family in private, expressing feelings of betrayal, confusion, and exhaustion. "She's devastated," an unnamed confidant said. "This isn't just about a night out, it's about trust, about power dynamics, about how your private life can be ripped apart in minutes." The irony. Millions of eyes are now fixated on every social media post, public appearance, and interview, analyzing body language and tone as if every glance and every smile is proof of guilt or innocence. In Hollywood, reality is often stranger than fiction, and in this case, it's undeniably cruel. As the story unfolds, questions multiply. Who orchestrated the leak? Was this a what-I mistake, or a symptom of a deeper problem in Keith's personal and professional life? How much of Maggie's involvement was consensual, and how much was calculated by the people around her? And most importantly, how will Nicole, the woman whose world has been turned upside down, respond when the cameras stop rolling and the hashtags fade into the background? One thing is certain, this scandal is far from over. The night may have ended, but the fallout has only just begun. Keith Urban's public image teeters on the edge. Maggie Baugh's rising star is now tainted with controversy, and Nicole Kidman is left grappling with heartbreak in the most public way imaginable. Every new leak, every whispered rumor, every viral clip adds another layer to a story that's only getting juicier and darker. By now, the world was buzzing, and the story had taken on a life of its own. But what really happened that night between Keith Urban and Maggie Baugh? Our investigation, based on leaked insider reports, social media sleuthing, and whispered testimonies from unnamed sources, paints a picture far more scandalous than anyone could have imagined. This wasn't just a casual encounter, it was a night dripping with lavish excess, calculated moves, and Hollywood intrigue, according to multiple anonymous insiders. Keith and Maggie were reportedly spotted at a high-end Malibu villa, complete with private chefs, luxury cars, and security cameras that allegedly captured moments that would later fuel the viral clips. It wasn't a simple dinner, one so-called insider told us. There were private rooms, champagne, and what some are calling a celebrity-level seduction. Keith knew what he was doing, and Maggie, well, she played her part perfectly. The implication? This was a night choreographed in secrecy, only to explode in public later intentionally or not. Leaked messages supposedly exchanged between Keith and Maggie before the infamous night further fuels speculation. One screenshot circulating online shows Keith allegedly texting, "Just one night. No one will know. Trust me." Meanwhile, Maggie allegedly replied, "It's risky, but I'm ready." Whether authentic or fabricated, these messages became the centerpiece of endless debates, meme-making, and viral video commentary. Fans dissected every word, every punctuation mark, arguing over consent, intention, and betrayal. The public reaction was, predictably, explosive. Hashtags like hashtag Keith cheated and hashtag Maggie drama trended worldwide, generating millions of posts within hours. TikTok creators recreated the night in comedic skits, Twitter users drafted conspiracy theories, and Instagram stories flooded with screenshots, edited clips, and reaction threads. Some fans took Nicole's side, defending her as the wronged wife whose life was being played out on social media for everyone to dissect. Others sided with Maggie, claiming she was set up by industry insiders who wanted to tarnish her rising fame by dragging her into Keith's high-profile mess behind the scenes. Hollywood elites reportedly had their own reactions. An anonymous studio executive claimed, "The industry is shocked. Keith's reputation is at stake, and Maggie is young. This could either destroy her or make her notorious overnight." But the bigger question is, who leaked this? And why? Theories ranged from rival artists seeking to sabotage Maggie's career, to disgruntled crew members who had access to private footage, to PR teams attempting to spin the story for maximum engagement. The line between reality and manipulation was becoming impossibly blurry, and then came the financial scandal. According to a leaked accounting document circulating online, expenses for that night alone allegedly topped $50,000, including luxury transportation, fine dining, and an entourage of assistants. Critics quickly jumped on this, claiming it proved a pattern of excess and moral recklessness, while conspiracy theorists suggested the money trail indicated bribery or hush payments designed to keep the story under wraps until someone decided to expose it. Whether factual or exaggerated, the numbers alone fueled online outrage, with fans calculating, speculating, and theorizing about hidden agendas. In the midst of the chaos, Nicole Kidman's response or lack thereof became a story in itself. Insiders claim she vanished from public events, avoiding interviews and social media. Her rare public appearances were scrutinized frame by frame, with commentators obsessing over her expressions, posture, and tone. Was she heartbroken? Angry? Plotting revenge? Every minor gesture became a headline. Nicole has been through this before, one source said, but this is Hollywood-level humiliation, and she's not the kind to stay silent for long. Meanwhile, Maggie Baugh remained largely quiet, sparking more controversy. Some claimed her silence was a strategic move, waiting for the perfect moment to respond and control her narrative. Others argued it was sheer panic, as her rising career now risked being overshadowed by scandal. The tension between public perception and personal reality was reaching a fever pitch, with every new rumor pushing the narrative further into uncharted territory. Even legal experts have weighed in. While no formal lawsuits have been filed yet, entertainment lawyers reportedly warned that the night's footage, if authentic, could lead to breach of contract claims, privacy lawsuits, or even criminal investigations depending on the circumstances of the leak. Hollywood insiders are speculating about potential consequences behind closed-doors resignations, career blacklisting, and high-stakes negotiations to keep the story from spiraling further. As the online frenzy grows, each leaked detail seems more damning than the last. Alleged witnesses describe secret whispers, late-night meetings, and carefully orchestrated scenarios that make the entire scandal read like a high-budget Hollywood drama. And while no one knows exactly who leaked the footage or why, the resulting chaos has created a perfect storm of gossip, outrage, and entertainment that's impossible to ignore. By the end of this video, one thing is clear: the scandal is no longer just about a night between Keith and Maggie. It's become a global spectacle of betrayal, ambition, and manipulation, where every player has a stake. Every secret could be weaponized, and every rumor adds another layer to a story that refuses to die down. The world is watching, debating, and waiting for the next twist. The aftermath of the scandal was nothing short of catastrophic. Hollywood insiders describe it as a perfect storm of reputation damage, public outrage, and personal betrayal. By now, Keith Urban's once pristine image had been punctured by relentless speculation, leaked footage, and endless online debates. Former fans voiced disbelief, late-night talk shows dissected every move, and the tabloids thrived on framing Keith as the ultimate symbol of celebrity betrayal. He was untouchable until this, an anonymous music industry executive said. Now, every song, every concert, every public smile is under scrutiny. Nothing will ever be the same. Nicole Kidman, meanwhile, was reportedly considering a major life overhaul, Sources claim she is preparing a series of public appearances and interviews under the banner of her new personal chapter, tentatively titled New Beginnings. The world watched as Nicole slowly reclaimed control over her narrative, carefully balancing heartbreak with dignity. She's not just surviving this scandal, a close friend revealed. She's strategizing. She's taking back her power, one calculated move at a time. The contrast between her quiet strength and Keith's public unraveling could not be starker. Fueling endless discussions across social media platforms, the legal world has not remained idle. Lawyers representing both sides are reportedly scrambling to assess liability, privacy violations, and contractual breaches. While no formal lawsuits have yet been filed, speculative reports suggest potential civil actions, including breach of contract claims for Keith's management, privacy violations against the alleged leaker, and even defamation suits targeting outlets that publish doctored clips. One legal insider said, in Hollywood, these things escalate fast. One leaked video can turn into a multi-million-dollar legal war, and everyone involved is preparing for battle. The public fallout has also been dramatic. Major brands previously partnered with Keith reportedly reconsidered contracts, and several planned sponsorships have been put on hold. Maggie Baugh, whose rising career suddenly became synonymous with scandal, faced intense scrutiny from fans, fellow artists, and industry insiders. Some sources suggest she is now negotiating image rehabilitation campaigns and selective media appearances to regain control over her narrative. The combination of fame, betrayal, and strategy has transformed what was initially a night of private misjudgment into a full-blown media circus. Social media continues to act as the unofficial courtroom for this scandal. Hashtags like #KeithUrbanExposed and #MaggieBaughTruth dominate trending lists, while TikTokers, YouTubers, and Instagram commentators dissect every nuance of leaked footage. Memes have been created, reaction chains have gone viral, and opinion threads have become arenas for intense cultural debate. Is Keith a victim of circumstance or a calculating manipulator? Was Maggie an opportunist or a pawn? And where does Nicole fit into this triangle of public fascination? Every answer seems to generate more questions, keeping the story alive and unpredictable. Meanwhile, speculation about the leaker has reached fever pitch. Rumors suggest anyone from rival artists, disgruntled crew members, or even internal PR personnel could have orchestrated the leak. Some insiders argue that the leak wasn't accidental at all, but a strategically timed sabotage meant to create maximum social media impact. Hollywood thrives on drama, one source said, and nothing spreads faster than a scandal involving a beloved musician, a rising star, and a legendary actress, whether true or not. The theory adds another layer of intrigue, making the audience wonder not just what happened, but who benefited the most. Even the mental toll on the parties involved has been dramatic. Keith, according to unnamed friends, is reportedly struggling to maintain his public image while grappling with personal guilt, professional pressure, and endless media scrutiny. Maggie, although outwardly composed, faces mounting anxiety over her future in the music industry. And Nicole, quietly plotting her next moves, embodies the archetype of grace under fire, counterpoint to the chaos engulfing everyone else. Their combined experiences have turned this scandal into more than a story. It's a cautionary tale about fame, trust, and the fragility of celebrity life. As part 3 draws to a close, the narrative has escalated from a secret night to a multifaceted drama involving legal battles, social media warfare, industry shakeups, and personal reckoning. Keith Urban's reputation hangs in the balance. Maggie Baugh's career trajectory teeters between notoriety and redemption, and Nicole Kidman is carefully scripting her comeback, proving that in Hollywood, survival often depends on strategy as much as talent. But even now, the biggest question remains unanswered. Who leaked the video? And why? Was it revenge, sabotage, or an opportunistic play by someone seeking fame and fortune? And most importantly, will the public ever know the full truth? One thing is certain, this scandal is far from over. And the ripple effects will continue to reverberate across Hollywood, social media, and pop culture for months, maybe even years to come. So, what do you think really happened that night? Was Keith Urban's secret rendezvous with Maggie Baugh a what-I mistake, or part of a carefully orchestrated plan to shake Hollywood to its core? And who is really behind the leak that turned a private moment into a worldwide spectacle? The questions are endless, and the answers, well, that's what we're all dying to find out. One thing is certain, this scandal is far from over. The fallout has only begun. Careers hang in the balance, reputations are on the line, and secrets are still buried just beneath the surface. Every new clip, every whispered rumor, every leaked message brings us closer to the truth or further into the chaos. And you, the audience, are witnessing it all firsthand. So, if you want to stay ahead of the drama, if you want every twist, leak, and shocking revelation before anyone else, you know what to do. Hit that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Lumi Legacy for more explosive investigations, viral scandals, and the truth behind the headlines. Trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next. Remember, in Hollywood, nothing is ever what it seems. And in scandals like these, the truth is always stranger and juicier than fiction.